Okay. So now it is afternoon, everyone. So I would like to first start, before I introduce the mentorship program, just go a little bit, since today, as we all know, that is a leadership convention. And many speakers have spoken about how they interpret leadership. And I think it's very important as we move to this program of nurturing this franchise industry that still require a leadership to be embarked on. I always believe in the leadership principle of an eagle. Every time I'm faced with any challenges, that I apply that leadership principle, because it assists all of us, whether in your private life or in your business, to rise above any challenges. So one of the principles that is drawn from the eagle is that failure or limitation of the past have no control over greatness in you. All things are possible. So what does it mean is that don't wait for everybody to believe in your ability and dreams. Never design your life like a garden where anyone can walk in and walk out. Design it like a sky where everybody or everyone aspire to reach. Aim high, reach high. When you look at the eagle, it always fly alone at a high altitude. It doesn't fly like any other bird. It means, as a leader, we must stay away from a narrow-minded individual, because they will never bring greatness in you. Eagle fly with eagles because it keeps a good company. Eagle has an accurate vision. They have the ability to focus on something as far as 5 kilometers away. No matter the obstacle, the eagle will not move his focus from a prey until he grabs it. Have a vision as a leader. Remain focused, no matter what the obstacle, and you will succeed. Oprah Winfrey, as you all know her, was actually raped at the age of 9 years, yet she's one of the most influential women in the world. As we all know, our Tata Mandela was in prison for 27 years and still became the president of this country, irrespective of any obstacles that he faced. Eagles do not eat dead things. They feed only fresh prey. Do not rely on your past in order to succeed. Keep looking for future opportunities to conquer. Leave your past where it belongs, in the past. Lastly, eagle loves a storm, because when a cloud gathers, the eagle gets excited. The eagle uses the storm wind to lift itself high. Once it finds the wind of storm, the eagle uses the storm to lift itself above the cloud. This gives the eagle an opportunity to move smoothly, rest its wings. In the meantime, all the other birds hide in the branch leaves of the trees. So what does it mean in our life as leaders? Face your challenges head on, knowing that this will make you emerge stronger and better than you were. We can use the storm of life to rise to a great height. Achievers are not afraid to rise even greater. Achievers are not afraid of challenges. Rather, they enjoy challenges. Use them profitably and to your advantage. I would like to indicate also that as a successful leader, start with yourself. You cannot lead another person if you don't understand yourself. So you need to understand who you are, have a self-reflection as a leader. When looking at the human history, throughout the time, in my opinion, that individual leaders, be politicians, economists, or military leaders, and their leadership style shape our history for the better or worse, more than any other single factor. In today's modern society, we find that business leaders now play as big role as political leaders in shaping our future. Business leaders find themselves increasingly feeling pressure to step up and take responsibility for their decision. Gone are those days where there was no accountability as a leader. Now we are expected to be accountable because we have system and corporate governance which always look after us and how we perform. And we also have a social media, which is always up to us. As the Martin Luther King Jr. said, that the time is always right to do what is right. We as current leaders should pass this message on to the next generation of leaders. As tomorrow's leaders, you should be accountable, open, honest, and act with integrity. Nobody will want to do business with you, whether you are SMMEs or it's a big company. A brand that is respected, you can call any brand, is because of accountability in that brand, it's because of openness, it's because of honesty, and integrity. You can have whatever education you have, but if your character does not have the following, you will never do business. Even if you do business, you will eventually fail. So therefore, you must walk the talk and talk the talk. As a fellow South African, I'm proud to see the qualities of tomorrow's leaders climbing the business rank from all walks of life, but more especially previously disadvantaged for communities around us. You will find that 1 in 100 birds are natural-born leaders. But in my opinion, that leaders are molded through experience and circumstances. However, tomorrow's leaders should never take for granted lessons learned from the past or current for leaders, be good or bad. As they always say, a clever man learns from his own mistake, but a wise man learns from others' mistakes. We as leaders should take up this responsibility to pass our knowledge and experience on tomorrow's leaders and encourage integrity and accountability, as this will serve all our future well. Government is doing a great work to encourage and help young people from previously disadvantaged groups to become young business leaders, but there's still much to be done. We as business leaders should roll up our sleeve and start contributing to our government program and assist in the implementation of a multi-funded business leadership program. Government, together with the business communities, should work together to uplift the citizens of South Africa, which will lead to a greater and prosperous future for this beautiful country. As our Tata Mandela have indicated, sometimes it falls upon a generation to be great. You can't be that great of a generation. To show our commitment, as previously said, you must walk the talk and talk the talk. We, as the Franchise Corps, want the tomorrow's leaders to be the great generation. And how are we going to do that? We're going to step up to the slate and commit ourselves by setting aside 2 million rand over the next 2 years towards the Franchising Your Success Mentorship Program. So I want to repeat that because it's very important and it's unique in the franchising industry. For the next 2 years, we will set aside 2 million in order to make sure that we see the success of Franchising Your Success Mentorship Program. And this program will take individuals from the disadvantaged group to train and mentor them, ensuring that we build a successful entrepreneurship and business leaders through our SMME training program. We will provide them with the tools and means to attend and complete this program, which we will include a training wage to help with their own day-to-day expenses. For those who will be successfully complete the program, and I would like you to focus on this one again, we will further uplift them by offering them an employment position within the franchise corps. I hope that this offer be seen and acceptable by all other role players present here today as a challenge to participate in this opportunity or a similar opportunity by opening our heart and wallet to those who need it most. I want to again to put forward this challenge to all other business leaders who are present today. It might be that you are making or even a bigger contribution towards these goals or to your society. If not, I challenge you to also step up and do your part for the future of our next generation. We'll be approaching other role players to make sure that together we are changing the life of South Africans. In conclusion, I would also like to quote our great man, where he once said, I quote, "When a man has done what he considered to be his duty to his people and a country, he rests in peace, and I believe I have made that effort, and that is therefore why I sleep for the eternity." It came from our Tata Mandela. With those words, I would like to close off by asking that we, as leaders, do our duty to the people of South Africa so that we may all sleep for eternity, knowing that we leave the future of our people and country in the capable hands of tomorrow's leaders. I thank you.